Okay, so I'm just sort of looking here and I found this, whatever they want to call it, in the landscape. There's quite a bit of that here along the mountains. Pretty interesting area, so I thought I would take a look what's going on here. Still quite rocky. There are all those lines again that you start to see everywhere. Pretty interesting. Let's see how close we can get in on this. Now, is this Google? This isn't Google. This is Zoom Earth. Are they just trying to cover up something? Because sometimes they do that. They do that. Now I know this is probably farmland, but wow, what an imprint. It's almost like it's a leopard or something, some type of an animal. You get all of these different formations over here. Patchwork quilt. Isn't that interesting? Let's see what's going on here. This little patch is just carved out, right? That's what they are. Carved out. That must be farmland, but it's interesting because look, I start zooming out. How incredible it is. Those last ones that we were looking at last time, the circles, it was a form of agriculture, the way that they do it. If I come across it again, another one again, I'll go through what I've been told. Because people are familiar with that have been watching, which is absolutely wonderful. And we get more eyes on what's going on here. Look at these lines everywhere. I just don't know the purpose of them. I know some people are trying to say that they know what it is, and they could be right. Who knows? Who really knows? Like, we're all trying to piece together our world. So look at it from a distance. So it really is large, this pattern. And it goes in a bit in here as well. Very interesting. Did I not get this? Because I think it wasn't recording when we looked at this. Whatever this is. Look at that. Very interesting. It's definitely got a design to it. Look at that. I have no clue what this is. Is this some type of farming that goes on over here as well? Hooked up to somebody's farm. Could be very interesting though. Look at it, it's all like on a plateau. Look at this area too. I mean, we're talking about large pieces of land cut in a complete corner, and a complete corner here too. Could this be a building? Look at this. Right in the middle of this. That's what I'm saying, that some of these lines seem to be above, because like when you start going into them there, or they're cut right in and nothing's growing there, but it looks like there's lots growing there. So last video that I was talking about, that I thought that these looked like maybe roots. Another subscriber reminded me that there is a theory, and actually it probably is the truth. This is from lightning. It's from electricity. When it was hit with fire or the rod from God. Because you get that, lightning will do that, right? But this is in such a huge portion that you get the mountains that topple and or buckle up, and you get the kind of interesting kind of looks like this, from lightning. We can see that when we're looking at the sky and it goes, right? Goes around. It's really interesting observation. Woken truth, that's who put that down. I think a couple of people did. Celeste did. Somebody else, if I forgot, who did put that down. Because they had seen that. It really just depends on which channel that you're listening to as to what their theory is, what they think a lot of what we're looking at. And I kind of leave it up to not really saying one way or being this way for sure. I am just exploring to see what really is out here and what's going on. And I'm willing to listen to everybody. Like you can see the tractor. Okay, so these are, they have water irrigation hooked up. That's what these are. See, here's the water. So they have it piped. Imagine that they have those long poles that release the water, sprayers that come along. I imagine that's what it is, what we're looking at. And the reason why I wanted to come back here, because I want to find that one that I believe is a crop circle. Take a really good look at it. Let's find it. Well, on trying to find the crop circle, I did come across this. Now, I believe it would be a mining operation. But look at the angles and stuff like that. It looks like they're purposely digging up in areas, trying to find something. Could this be an old building? Could that be what most of these mining operations are? They are going through giant buildings, sort of like the new archaeology of today. Rapin Village. Just tear it apart. Interesting. This one too, very interesting. We know that they're digging it, right? But why are they digging? Exactly where they're digging. And why are they doing what they're doing? We know that they're getting minerals and stuff, but where are they digging? What is these places that they found that they need to dig and get? Whatever minerals or jewels or whatever it is that they are digging. Well, this is interesting. And it looked like a circuit board. This one, like, for sure. Like, look at this. You start getting in on it. Look at this. Is this a building? Is that barbed wire? It's like a cooling system. Wow. That's really interesting. Just wanted to show you the massive amounts of this area here in Alberta. It's not where I am. This is close to the mountains going down south. But wow, that's why I never realized, because it's nothing like the farming that they do here. But boy, they're utilizing every bit of this. And then you get odd ones where they really, like, what's the purpose of all that? It's just a type of crop that they're, when you know nothing, everything's fascinating. Oh, look at that. Circuit board again, it looks like, but isn't that interesting? Like, for all of you that have not seen this, and maybe it is. Even look at this, how they've done that. It's only interesting until you've seen it a few times, and then it's boring, right? And I haven't really investigated a lot of this. Hey, what's this? Interesting. Now this is interesting. You can see that they've actually are utilizing the lines that are already there. And it looks like they've dug it out or sharpened them for sure. But they were already lines because you can see the line going up in here. You know, so they're taking what was there. And it's going to come in clear. Either we're using this or this is an old remnant of something from the past. Because see, look, they just match up with all of them everywhere. The Google Maps don't always show really, really great. Or this is actually, we're still at Zoom Earth and we are on, this is saying this is July 2016. And this was taken, so it's a while back. And you see that? It's just crazy. We have just, there we go again. We just use it. We go on the different lines to be able to power grid, something like that. But they're just everywhere. And then we plant ourselves around them for some reason. They know something that we don't know about all these lines because they're using them. But the purpose of them, I imagine they're for energy. They are energy grids. This whole world is on that. So whenever you see, look at this. Take a look here. What is that? Looks like a bird. See the beak, the eyes, feathers. Of course, it's probably, I know it's not, but it's fun to look. This is what you see a lot in for agriculture, for ancient agriculture. They do this in steps. So I don't know if that's what we're seeing there, where they're coming down a hill and they have plateaus and they plant. It's kind of what it looks like. Possibly could be. Isn't this interesting? It is Sunday. What day is it? It is the 14th February. I guess it would be that one infamous day of shooting somebody in the heart with an arrow. I do not celebrate, nor do I want to, and it is cold where I am. We are in a deep freeze. It's an amazing deep freeze. It's crazy. Look at all the lines. Like, just when you go in the forest, you see all the marking up. We've been in a deep freeze for about a week. In the minus 30 and colder Celsius. Believe me, it's cold. It is cold. It was minus 38 or minus 42 the other day. And it was hard to go to the chicken coop. It really was. It was, your face froze quickly. So I hope you guys are all warm. You're in a safe place. There's that insane, look at this. It's crazy stuff. These were made, right? You can see it's not being used now. It's just all been filled in, but these plateaus are all over the world, all over Canada anyways. But I hope you're okay and you're warm. You're not in a power outage area, because in the United States, it's got the wind and the rain. Freezing rain. It's happening to you guys. And I know that a lot of areas that it's happening to, you guys are not in a place where it should be like that. So may God protect you all and keep you safe and not in any worry. See, these things are deep in the forest. Deep in the forest. You wouldn't want to go into those forests. You'd get lost. But what are they? Deep into the forest. But yet you see all these lines and everything. See, I know somebody's been looking at this stuff, and they probably know, and probably somebody who's listening to me right now will know what somebody else believes all of this is. And please put that in there, because that's how we all learn. Put it in what you've seen. Let us know. Let us all know. And people read the comments, because believe me, there's a lot more information in the comments, though they blurred this area out. They don't want us to see, than there is in my videos. We have some really well-educated people that are awoken. Truth is one of them. In so many ways, she is educated and amazing sister. Look at that right set up. So many of you guys, all of you are, like, honestly. Okay, come on. Now, this looks more like a mining operation. Okay. Must be, because there's some stuff that's going on here. I don't know if you guys are finding this interesting, going through this stuff. I hope you are. I wanted to look for crop circles and stuff today, but when you start looking, you start getting sidetracked with some of the stuff that you start looking on Google Maps, or Maps, period. You're not on a Google Maps. It's Google Maps blocks out a lot, so you can't really see, and it doesn't allow you to get close. Not that the other maps are really much better these days. They've really taken our ability to actually see what's going on. When maps first came out, it was just crazy how amazing it was what you could see. Not anymore. Like, it was literally like you could be there. We spent hours just looking, not realizing that we should have recorded, not knowing that they would take the ability away from us. Look at that from distance, all of these different areas. It looks like some animal. You know, it's so crazy. I betcha this is where they've cleared the forest, come in and gotten in the wood. I think that's what we're looking at. Could be wrong, but it looks like it. What do you guys think? Do you know of something different that could be? Look at all this. Again, did we leave that behind? I see it's around. Remember, this is deep, deep in the forest. There might be a road here or there, but mostly not. Like, maybe there might be a road. You know, you start going into areas, now it's more, there might be more people, maybe more roads. I wish we could get clearer on this. Is it gonna, what are we looking at? Is this a road? Maybe this is a road. Or a river? Why this? Somebody know what that is? Are they logs lying down? Oh, can't be. It's too long. Oh. Is it just the way maybe like the lightning when it hit it shattered what was around it? Or is this a man-made thing? 'Cause it's all over. Now this does look like a road, but they're not letting us get too close. This does look like it might be a subdivision. Deep in the wooded area, but look at this. This reminds me of Stitches. That's what it looks like, a bunch of stitches from here. Frankenstein, guys. Sometimes they're back together. Sometimes they're back together. Or torn apart, shattered at one time. Back on Google Maps, taking a look at this area. Isn't that interesting? Just honestly, it looks like a footprint. Shoe. Let's try getting up closer and see what they. This is just in the forest. It just looks like it's in the forest. Nothing to see other than what it is. Cleared out areas, but why would they do it like that? There we go, and then now they blocked this part. Now let's just see there. Interesting. And deep in the forest again, nothing else. Look at that, it just looks like a running shoe imprint. But obviously it isn't, because what is all of this? This must have been some type of I don't know. What do you guys think? Can I get close? Like those are open areas, it looks like, right? So we got the shade, you can see the trees. So there's nothing growing here in these areas. Well, I went looking for a crop circle and I got some pretty strange things just wandering around on a couple of different maps and have no clue what they are, just that very odd anomalies that we see that we can probably not account for. It's too bad we can't get back in here, see what's going on there, but I guess I'm gonna leave you guys. I hope you guys stay warm, stay close to God, because we are in a time where things are going to change quickly, and our peace that we have right now could slip away, and our comfort could be gone any moment. You know, if you guys haven't listened to Miss Celeste and her last broadcast where she talked about what happened to her and her husband, where she had somebody break on into her property, and how she handled it, how the Holy Spirit took over, please go. It's in the first like half an hour of her video. She talks, but it is miraculous what happened, and God protected her, and she had her cup full. Her lamp was full, and that's what it was. And that's what saved her, is that her lamp was full. She knew what to do. She was relying on the Holy Spirit. And even though she was frightened, God protected her in the most bizarre, miraculous way. Please go to her last Friday night and listen to the whole thing, but if you want to, but it's in the beginning, and it is worthwhile for everybody, for faith strengthening, to know that when it comes right down, if you have your lamp full, God will protect you. Live and love and light. Talk to you later.